Hi, this is Mrs. Mayer. I just want to talk to you a minute about our Math Excel. In Envision, our practice is often done digitally. And when we do that, it offers you immediate feedback. So you don't work through a bunch of problems and you don't have any idea what you're doing, but you don't know that you're doing wrong. So we like to use Math Excel, which gives you immediate feedback and lets you get new problems if you don't understand and walks you through problems. So I just want to take a minute to talk to you about Math Excel before diving in this week. So I've pulled up the 1-1 Math Excel for school, practice and problem solving, and yours is going to look just like that. So when you go to Math Excel and you hit the start button, you can see that your problem will be listed. And sometimes it's fill in the blank, and sometimes it's multiple choice. Sometimes there's more than one step. You can see down here it says all parts showing. And so we know that that means that you can see all parts of this problem. Sometimes there'll be multiple parts. I also want you to look up here where it says question help. If I hit question help, I can hit help me solve this, view an example, a video. The most useful is the help me solve this. If you're really stuck, that will walk you through a problem. Something else that you need to know is you get 3 tries with each problem. So you get it wrong, you can try again and try again. The other thing you can do is you can get help and then check similar problem. So let's just do a little bit of practice. I see 4.1 plus 3.75. So I'm going to just say that my answer is 7. And I'm going to hit check answer. It tells me that I'm wrong right away, and it tells me a little hint. So this one says line up the numbers by place values to add, and that's the same thing as lining up the decimal points. Annex any zeros, so each place has a digit for both numbers. Regroup when necessary. Okay, so now I can try this answer again. I'm going to put 8 this time. And I check my answer. Oh, try again. I did it wrong. Well, I'm stuck. I don't know how to solve this problem and I need help. So I'm going to get rid of that. It says that's incorrect. And so it tells me what the correct answer is. And since I didn't get the correct answer, I can hit the Help Me Solve This button. The Help Me Solve This button will walk me through how to solve this step by step. Let me show you how it works. It says first estimate the sum by rounding, and we talked about that a little bit last week. So if we have 4.1 and we round that to the nearest whole number, we know that rounds to 4. And I'm right. Nice work. Great, I did that right. Now it asks me to round 3.75 to the nearest tenth. So we know that tenth is right here. So if I'm rounding 3.75 to the nearest tenth, 5 bumps up. So that's going to be 3.8. Check. Fantastic. All right, now it asks me to add 4 plus 3.8. I know that that's 7.8. I can check. Okay. Now they took the problem and they lined up the decimals for us. They lined up the place values. So when I see this here, the decimals make a straight line. That means my ones places lined up, my tenths and my hundredths. There's nothing for me to do on this page. I can hit continue. Before adding, it says to annex zeros to the end of the number. So how many zeros? Well, I only need to annex a 0 here because that's the only empty spot. So if I put annex 1, 0 to the end of the first number because I'm talking about this 4.1. All right, let's check my answer. Okay, I'm doing great. So now we annex the 0. We can hit continue. So now it's walking me through the addition, and I'm going to fill in piece by piece. So it starts by saying 0 plus 5 is 5. Just have to click into the box so that I get it. Yay, I got it right. 7 plus 1. It's telling me to add. Notice that it's just walking me through step by step and making sure that I have all the tools necessary to solve the problem. Okay, so 4 and 1/10 plus 3 and 75 hundredths equals 7 and 85 hundredths. Since 7 and 85 hundredths is close to my estimate, my answer is reasonable. So it has a red X here telling me that I got this problem wrong, and this red tells me that I got it wrong. If you go and move to the next problem, it'll have you getting one wrong. But we really like you to get 100% on your practice problems before you move on. So we can hit this button down here called similar question. And similar question is going to give me the same type of problem, but with different numbers. So now I can add these two numbers. I'm going to line up my place values, which is my decimal points are in a straight line, my ones are on top of each other, and my tenths. I can annex a 0. I can add. Okay, so now let's see if I got this one correct. And I got it right. That now gives me a check mark, and so that I get credit for getting that problem correct. When you are working on your Math Excel, you should get 100%. You can then go to the next problem and you can solve it. Okay, the last thing I want to show is just this review progress. That button is down, it's hiding under here. So this will tell me that it's answered. So if you start your Math Excel and then you've got to run and eat lunch, or maybe you're at school and you take a break to do something, it saves your progress. You don't have to get it all done at one time. This is a great place to see all the questions. And then I can always log on and say, okay, you've done 3 questions. Make sure you get through question 9 or whatever. But this is where you can view the question and you can see how far you've gone. And when you get totally finished, you'll submit your work and you'll get a score. And remember, you should be getting 100% on your practice.